feel great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. But yeah, right now, I mean,
welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. It's ya boy, Jim Hacking, episode number 930 of the Immigration Answers Show. I am live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on X. Does anybody really call it X? I still call it Twitter. How about you? I'll be here for the next hour and a half. I'm starting early because I'm tired. It's a long weekend, and I got up and I went to the gym this morning. I haven't been to the gym in a while, so I'm tired. Oh, we got some good friends of the show here. Had a nice comment from our friend Kofi. Wow, episode 930. I found Jim at episode 200-ish. Jim is the best. I'm a citizen because HIL. We fought hard for Kofi, that's for sure. I sure enjoyed working with him on his case. And we, let's just say, USCIS did not go softly into the night. We had to show them what's what. And we got Kofi his citizenship. Kofi's a fighter too. You know, any good lawyer is only as good as their clients. And clients have to be willing to fight. Even in the face of USCIS BS. And Kofi was one of those who was up for the fight. Robert's excited about our Sunday show, looking for some spicy calls. Donna's here, giving up the big ups. Path Divergent says, happy Sunday night. Kim says, good evening, Uncle Jim. Natalie says, get my popcorn ready. Raphael is here. Kawika is here from Kentucky. Raphael still says Twitter. Robert's talking about soccer for some reason. Soccer was this morning, dude. It's football time. You know that. Yeah, this is early, Don. I'm starting early because I'm tired. I worked hard. Yes, well, my son came to town unexpectedly, and I had to drive 2 hours to help him buy a car. He bought a car that's older than him. He bought a 1997 Corvette. It's 28 years old, and it has 60,000 miles on it. He's going to drive it back to San Diego. Robert says he's not sure if he's going to keep watching the NFL. Well, you must be a Jets fan. I know you're not, Robert, but man, the Jets, I think my old high school could beat the Jets. They're so bad. All right. Well, I say hello to everybody, Darlene and Serena and everybody else. Path Virgin said it is a beautiful car. Maybe I'll post up a picture of him with it after we got it yesterday. I'll show you guys a picture. He's the happiest dude on the block, and his roommate's in town too, so they're going to tag team drive it back later on this week. SM, hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. Jim, I have 2 questions for you. I hope to be quick.
Okie doke.
The first one is I am a green card holder, and I applied for my wife. She's out of the country. I applied for her in September 2024. And she saw recently that the final action dates in the MVC is February 2024, and she was wondering if there is something we should be doing.
What's your priority date?
September 2024.
So you can't do anything until that becomes current. NVC won't do much on the case. They might do a little bit, but not much.
And it hasn't even cleared USCIS. It's an I-130.
Yeah, so USCIS puts those on the back burner. They'd rather work on cases where people have the opportunity to get their green card quickly or their immigrant visa quickly. So with the historic backlog that we've been seeing the last couple of years, I think this will change over time. But they've been putting spouses of green card holder cases on the slow walk at USCIS because they know because of the final action date, there's not going to be a visa current for them.
Oh, I see. So the fact that the final action date at the MVC is February 2024 doesn't really make anything, change for her case. Just wait and see.
Yeah, and I would say if it gets up to like June or July and this thing's still stuck at USCIS, you might want to sue them on the I-130, but I wouldn't really sue until the final action date's close to current.
Okay. Thank you. The other question is, she got admitted to come and pursue a degree here. She's going to be honest about the fact that she has a pending petition. I know you recommend it to be kind of transparent about everything, just in case. Is that going to be an issue for her green card?
I'll say it a little bit. I'll say it a little bit differently than you said it. Is that okay?
Yes.
I would say that the worst thing that could possibly happen is your wife to get a student visa to come to the United States if she didn't disclose that she had a pending I-130, because that would screw everything up. So it's not so much. I'm fine with her taking a shot at it. I think it's probably unlikely to work, but you got to make darn sure that we're screaming from the rooftops that her green card holding husband has filed for her. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And she tried for a visit, and we were transparent about her having a petition. She didn't get a visitor's visa before. Cool. Thanks, SM. Anything else? I had a third question that was just kind of checking on the. I know you say one should just wait until they get their citizenship if they're green card holder. Is that still the assessment? Are you talking about you now? Yeah, traveling. Oh, traveling. Yeah, that's the same. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, SM. See you, buddy. Take care, buddy. Take care. Yep. Robert, who beat the Chargers? I don't know who beat the Chargers today. All I watched was some bad Jets football while I was watching Nor play softball. It was a beautiful day here today. A little windy, a little cold. Let's go to File. Hello. File, you're on mute. Hello, File. We'll put File back on the waiting room. I-130, hello.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Thank you for picking me up. Okay, so 2 or 3 questions I have. I applied for Asylum years ago because the lawyer said we are able to get our papers because my son has some health issues, all this kind of thing. We end up in removal proceedings, but by the time we have the court, my son turned 21. So he submit a I-130, and with the receipt, he terminate the case in a court. Since then, which was June, I don't remember exact date, June 2024, we are waiting for the I-130 to be approved. And this week, we find out that they removed my I-130 from Texas and sent back to my state without any transfer notice or anything. Mm-hmm. My question for you is, should I be worried about it? Do you have any idea why that happened?
Well, you said a couple of things that worry me, but we'll cover those in a second. So the fact that the I-130 is being sent back to the town where you live, that's actually good. That means they're probably going to get ready to schedule it for an interview. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't worry me that much. Why did that worry you?
Because I came to this country like around 23 years ago. I came without inspection. Okay. That's one thing. Another thing is, I don't know if I have to be interviewed because my sons applied for me. Do you think this is okay?
Well, I think there's lots of problems right now. So you have an entry without inspection, and it sounded like you were saying without saying that you didn't really understand what asylum was, and that you listened to the lawyer, and
Mhm.
now that you're older, you think that the asylum case might not be that strong. Is that fair to say?
Yes or no? Yes, because of the thing that you said, and no, because my husband came with visa and he was able to adjust the status here last year, and we plan to apply for the waiver, the 601A for me, based on the hardship that we will have. Actually, my husband will have because of his health issue without me.
Uh-huh.
But I was a little confused because why they sent from Texas to my state? Why they send this I-130 back?
Well, Texas is just a service center. That's why they do the initial processing. Then when they're going to interview the person, they send it to, like, I live in St. Louis. If you lived in St.
Uh-huh.
Louis, they would send it here to St. Louis because the people in St. Louis have to have the file in order to interview you.
Okay, and it is normal to have interview in Y-130 since is the son apply for the parent.
I would say in the age of Trump, everybody's having it.
Yeah, kind of scary, and also it's like
It's kind of scary.
50.
It's kind of scary because the question is, are they going to give you a notice to appear in immigration court and or take you into custody when you show up for your I-130 interview? That's the bigger concern.
Yeah, because I came without inspection, and they know already because it's on the I-130.
Yeah.
They know already.
Yeah, and they've said that simply filing an I-130 doesn't mean that that would keep them from giving a notice to appear in immigration court.
Yeah, even I have there's a, this doesn't have nothing to do with the asylum terminated case, right? Hello, hello.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
sorry, did I lock up there? Yeah, I
No,
can. Sorry,
hello. I'm still here.
yeah, it's me.
I'm sorry.
I'm still here
Um,
too. Sorry.
okay, I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, this is has nothing to do with the terminated case, right? The asylum terminated case. What you think?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Um, I can hear you.
Darn it. Man. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me see if I can bring her back in. People. Hopefully she'll come back. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. Stupid internet. We got to stop doing the show up here in the office. It's too far from the router, I think. Let me look in the comments, see if you guys, okay. AP says, well, that's too bad. Yeah, if she's watching still, I think that it might be connected to the old Asylum case. I think it's likely that she's going to get put back in removal, and then it's just going to be a race to try to get the waiver and everything else done in time. Gremlins, Umaro said. No, it's just bad internet. Mel, hello.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. So I just have a quick question. 2 years ago, your firm helped me and my wife basically with the green card case. Everything went awesome. 2 months later, I got my green card, and it's been 2 years already now. And in March, I received I believe it's called 765, the removal thingy, the conditions. But in the mean, yes. So the last year, 2024, I joined the military. So in the time of when that removal form was sent to me, I applied for citizenship. I expedited citizenship through military with form 426. And so what happened is a month after I applied, they sent me an RFE. But RFE was because I got a wrong signature, basically from a wrong officer. So then I resubmitted it with correct signatures and everything. And it's been actually like 4 months right now that I did not receive any updates. And I wanted to ask you, is this normal or under the Trump administration, or like should I be worried?
My understanding is that even in the military naturalization, you still have to get the conditions removed on your green card before they'll naturalize you.
All right. So do you recommend while I'm waiting for this, just go ahead and do I forgot 765, whatever it is.
751. Again, my understanding is they can't naturalize you unless your 751 is filed and approved. I think they can do it fast. I think they can do it. I think it's okay that you didn't file for the 751 and you're going to file for it now with the N400 on file. I don't know about that. But what I've been told and what I've seen in prior cases is they can't naturalize you unless the 751 is on file and approved.
Okay, that's good to know. Also, while I was in the military back in January, I have lost my green card, physical green card. It's somewhere in Fort Leonard Wood, somewhere in the woods. And but I did immediately reapply for the replacement. But I obviously just got denied recently because it expired a few months ago. What do you think about that situation? Like, there's no problem of me not having this card physically, correct?
Well, we live in Trumplandia, so that's a problem. So you're telling me that you're past the 2 years to do your 751?
Well, 751 was due. So my green card expired like 3 months ago in July. Is it 3 months or 4 months? And 751 was sent to me back in May.
Yeah. So why didn't you do it?
Because I thought that if I was going to apply for citizenship, I was just going to do that instead of just doing 751.
Who told you that would work?
Nobody. I thought I knew, but I guess I didn't.
Nope. That was bad. So the best time to file 751 is on time. The next best time, you should call the office or send an email and say, this is Mel, old client, give us your real name and everything. And then we try to help you with this, but now it's a big old mess.
Okay. So basically what we need to do is basically get that removal first done and
at least on file. Then I think they can adjudicate it while they naturalize you. Is everything okay with the marriage?
Oh yeah. We are expecting a child soon, so everything is great.
Yeah, good. Okay, great. Just send us an email.
I will do that. Thank you, Jim. I really appreciate it.
Peace, brother. Yeah, you know what? My favorite question is always, who told you this was a good idea? That was a bad idea. And it's too bad because he could have just asked us. We're his prior attorneys, and he knows about the show. So, B, hello, B.
Hi, Jim. How's it going?
It's going okay, except for my crappy internet. How's it going for you?
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm glad it's working again.
Yeah.
I called before a couple weeks ago, and I have an old case. You told me to get a FOIA,
Okay.
but I haven't gotten it yet. But tomorrow is the cutoff for the new civics test, so I was hoping you can just give me a go ahead or not. I have a partial FOIA that was in my file, so it's all the way up to the interview. So I'm not sure if
Interview.
that's enough.
Interview for your green card?
Yeah, marriage-based green card. And
okay, go ahead.
yeah, so that was back in 2004.
Why did 2004?
Yeah, and my country didn't allow dual citizenship until recently, and that's why I'm not filing now.
Sorry, why did I tell you to do a FOIA?
Because it's such an old case, and obviously I don't remember everything that happened, and you were kind of like, yeah, if there's nothing standing out after a FOIA, you're good to go.
Was there anything in the FOIA that, so there really wouldn't be anything since 2004 anyway in your file, except probably a green card renewal, right?
Yeah, or what I said in the interview. I'm not sure if you get like a transcript of the interview, like what you answered to which question.
No.
You don't? Okay, too bad.
What happened with that marriage?
Well, that's the first potential red flag that they might have. I filed for divorce 6 months after conditions were removed, but altogether we were together 10 years. So we really tried to make it work, but there was some infidelity, and we just ended up splitting up. So that would be the first issue where I think they might revisit something. And then the second would be the way I entered. So we were together 6 years and lived in Europe, and then we got married abroad, and then 3 weeks later traveled to the US to have the second wedding celebration for the American relatives that couldn't make it. And I entered on a tourist visa waiver, which I think was maybe in hindsight not such a good idea.
A lot of people, that's not the biggest issue.
Okay, but then I filed on day 87, so within the 3 months, just within the 3 months for the I-130 and the I-485. And now I understand that this can potentially be seen as immigrant intent, but they did give us a Stokes interview too. When I looked back, because we had an interview that we missed because we had a mail forwarding and we didn't get it in time, and my husband couldn't get off of work. So then I guess they were flagging us and give us a Stokes interview, but we passed. And so I'm not sure if they're going to revisit all that, if I had immigrant intent back then, and how could I even prove that now? If so, and are they going to ask my former spouse? I mean, that was like 20 years ago. I don't even know what he would say.
So here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
They're going to add 28 new questions to the naturalization test. 28.
Yeah.
Let's say they ask you 2 of those and you get them wrong. You still can get 6 out of 8 and pass the test. I think you have a hell of a lot more to lose going into it that blind with all of the issues that you just raised to me.
Yeah.
Than the risk of having to take the test. You get 2 chances to take the test.
Oh,
so even if you don't pass the first time, they wait 6 or 8 weeks and then they bring you back in and you take the test again. So to me, I'll turn on my camera just for a second. You have this small risk of getting questions wrong, and you have this big risk of getting deported.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it's an easy call.
So am I really at risk of getting deported after 20 years?
Everyone that applies for citizenship is at risk of getting deported. It's their last chance to deport you. I'm not saying that to scare you, but I'm saying that never in my career. Now, so for the last 10 years as an immigration attorney who knows what he's doing, 10 or 12 years, I always start at the beginning of somebody's immigration status. First time ever in a meaningful, systematic way, They're going over every single case from start to finish, any immigration journey in there to see what mischief they can cause. Whether that means they go out and talk to your spouse, or they go look at your visa, what you said when you entered on the visa waiver program, or so. I would rather you wait until you get your FOIA, because I think you're going to pass the test if you take the old one or the new one.
Okay. Yeah, I figured they're probably going to put in some new traps or something in the new test, and if I can avoid that, I will. But you're right. It totally makes sense.
Yeah, you have bigger traps in your file.
Yeah, exactly. So you're saying I definitely need a lawyer too. Okay.
Yeah, we can help. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll wait for the FOIA. And I mean, there's no way I can find out what exactly I said during the Stokes interview, right, from 20 years ago, if it's not in the FOIA.
I would say that in my whole career, having been to many, many Stokes interviews and doing FOIAs after, in my whole career, I've only seen maybe 10 spouse recordings.
Okay. Well, they did have to have the cameras on us. I remember that, because I was so scared. I was all young and didn't really, knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that's okay. Well, I hope there's not going to be any issues.
Thanks, B.
All right. Thanks. Thank you for the help. Appreciate it.
Yep, for sure. All right. This is the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. Somebody asked, where does Jim work from, or does Jim handle cases in Texas? So immigration is federal, and we can handle cases all around the country. So we do handle cases all around the country, all around the world. So depending on what kind of case type you got, it might make sense for you to work with us. But sure, I think we've probably had cases in 39 to 40 states, I would imagine. I would imagine there aren't many states we haven't had that case from. All right, I'm going to go to I-751 Solo, then Rose, then Arista.
Hello, hi Jim.
Hello.
How's it going? Hi.
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So Jim, I have a I-751 pending right now. And, I mean, I'm no longer with my spouse, so we separated like a couple of years ago. And this was like kind of like a divorce-based case, but I can start like with my immigration journey. Like first time I came to the U.S. in 2012 on a B1, B2. I got that approved. I came for 10 days and I left. And then after like 5 years, I applied for another B1, B2. In 2017, I came again. And then I kept on, like every year I was coming and going, like from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, 22. And then when I arrived in 2022, I had a kind of like I was talking to a girl on Instagram and everything. And when I came to the States, she was in the place that we were in, and we started dating and everything. We fell in love, and it was kind of like a perfect relationship at the beginning. And after like me being in the States for like I think about 4 months or something, I was visiting California, and she kind of like was like, okay, we can live together and everything. And then we just decided to like start living together, and eventually we got married and everything. And then as soon as we got married, maybe after like a month or two, I asked her to like file for immigration, basically because if I'm staying there, I need to basically work and everything. At first, she didn't want to do it. She was kind of like hesitant from it. Basically, she was like, let's just not do this. Let's just stay together, right? And I was like, well, if I think. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back to Canada and everything, and stuff like that. And I don't know how we're gonna do it. But eventually, like we did file for immigration, and the relationship like was okay. And then eventually got rocky, and she started abusing me and everything. And she would kick me out of the house. And I didn't even have like a social or anything, so I couldn't work. I just had my Canadian passport, and that wouldn't allow me to work in the States. And so and then eventually kind of like things were rocky, but we were still together. And I think after like 4, 5, 6 months or something, the immigration thing was still going on, but we were like, I was living with her, and then she would kick me out of the house in the night or something whenever there would be like any problems. And I would just go be sleeping in my car or stuff like that, or go to some of my friends' house and everything. and then we would reconcile, and then we would like be together again, and we would. So there was a lot of like toxicity, a lot of drama in the relationship, and that led me, like, I was going through a lot of like emotional problems as well at the time, because I was like dependent on her. Like, I didn't know anybody in the States. She was my only person that I could rely on and everything. And I like eventually, I think the green card just got approved without an interview, with based on the evidence we provided.
Wait. How did she change her mind to actually go ahead and file?
Because I told her that I mean, if like basically if I need to, I need to work, right? So I can't work if I don't have like social security or anything, and I have to go back to Canada. And then she's like, don't go back. I'm gonna file. So and because either she has to go to Canada or I have to stay here, either of the following. And and then she filed, and then eventually, but she would always threaten to withdraw it whenever there would be a fight. Like, she would be like, I'm gonna like report you to immigration, like, you're in this country because of me, and like, you're so lucky to be here, like stuff. Like, she would be total, like, this was, the immigration literally was a way for her to control me. And it would be like a way that if I didn't do what she wanted, she would like take away my status. And the things would come in the house, and she would like basically like if I-751, like, some receipt comes, right? Like, I think I filed for the advance parole, and she was like, why did you file for advance parole? Like, do you want to leave the country? Like, where are you trying to go, right? Like, so she would have like all these like things in her brain that this guy is like somehow trying to like I think what she was implying, that like I'm trying to use her, but it wasn't the case. Like, we were together, like we were, we at that time we were like in a good relationship. We were having all the things, like we were having sex, we were having all that stuff. It was great, but it was like this, the thing of like me filing for papers was annoying her, because she didn't want to like do the things, like basically, if we were going out, and she's like, why are you taking photos together of us, right? Like, why do we have to like do joint stuff together? We don't have to do this. If you like basically, like, anytime I told her to like create a joint stuff, she wouldn't want to do it. She would be like, I don't want to do this, like, or but she would do it, but she would like hold it against me in a way that, why is he asking me to like create joint things together, right? So she would have like all these doubts in her brain about me, that somehow like anyways, it was. And then she would say, one day she would be like, I love you, and the next day she would be like totally turn up against me, and for whatever reason, if I came home late, or if I was in the gym for too long, she would be accusing me of like, who am I, like, like talking to, like, on the phone, or why am I late from work and everything. Basically, a lot of like very challenging relationship, like very hard for me to like just I would apologize every day in the night and be like, oh, I didn't even do nothing. And she would be like, why is you, like, she would check my phones, my messages, my Instagrams, like, like if I'm ever talking to another girl and stuff like that. And,
Okay.
like,
Question.
yeah.
I think I have a sense
Hello?
of what's going on. What's the question?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
So what's the question for me?
Oh, the question is that basically she kind of like once my green card was approved without an interview, and and it was approved before she abandoned me, and it was like, and when it got approved, maybe like after a month or something, she like literally like blocked me off, and like just basically like from Instagram, and just like disappeared. And then I tried reaching out to her, and then eventually, like after a month or something, I got served with divorce papers. And on the divorce papers, she wrote the date of separation as like basically like month after the marriage, but in reality it was after like 8-9 months, right? So the and then I was like, this is not right, because we were in a relationship, and then she like literally told me to sign it, otherwise she's gonna call the sheriff or something. I think I wasn't aware of the rules, but I just signed it because I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. And then and I went on with the court, and I started doing. Basically, I had to change the separation because she literally wrote that date of separation is right after divorce, after the marriage, but in reality, it was after the green card was approved, which I was able to change it on my divorce papers. But so like I have a I-751 pending now, and I'm just like worried about it because she's no longer in my life. And even if she was there, she basically would want my green card to be taken away. I'm pretty sure, because she probably just hates me now. And like I'm a little bit like confused now because the I-751 is pending and it's on file. And
Did you file it
um,
with a lawyer or without a lawyer?
with the lawyer.
And what was the basis of the waiver of the joint filing requirement?
I-751 abuse and I-751 divorce, both.
So you signed a divorce that said you were separated a month after you got married?
She said that on the divorce papers, on the petition, but I went to the court and I corrected it to the actual date of the separation, which was after the.
How did you do that?
I had to contest the divorce and go for hearings and everything, the law in front of a judge.
Good. That's good. Okay. Did you have a lot of marital evidence in support of the 751?
Yeah, I submitted the same things that was used to get approved for the I-451 because we separated right after I got the green card. So everything till that date, I had it on record,
I think this is a tough case. I don't know if it's going to get approved.
Okay.
What's your evidence of violence?
It was emotional violence, like name calling, threats of deportations, and so she was alleging things on the text messages that, like, you don't do this, like you like basically like, oh, you're just marrying me to get benefits and stuff like that. Whatever was there. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. It was.
How do you prove that? How do you prove that wasn't true?
Because when we got married and when we were dating, it was always whenever I would send her texts, and when she would send me texts, it would be that she was telling me that how, basically like, I love you, and I can't wait to see you, and I'm saying the same things. And it's only after I refiled that and there were problems in the relationship, she would allege that on me, that basically that you're like, if let's say if I, I'm not being what she expects of me as a partner, she would use that to basically put me in a weak position that would cause me to like just panic or be going to like be afraid and be more like always apologize to her and stuff like that.
Have you done a Freedom of Information Act request for the file?
I did do that recently when I signed 19485. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. It's in process.
Because I'm sure she said lots of bad things about you to USCIS.
She could have said that, I think, once we separated. She could have. That could be a possibility. That could have been a possibility.
Were you just calling me to get my opinion on things, or did you have something specific you wanted to ask me?
I think it's like basically your opinion at the same time that is this something that would like from my side, I did love her and I wanted to be with her, but her whatever her bipolar problems were, that led her to basically say all these things. And I did provide USCIS all the things that she was alleging on to me, like, you're doing this, you're doing that, which was which was not true. And I was telling her it's not true, but she would just use it to put me in a weaker position. So I think the officer reading that, how would he interpret that? That's another scenario, right? Like, how would he
I think
interpret
they're
what?
gonna. I think they're probably gonna. I think they're gonna go talk to your wife,
Okay.
ex-wife, and try to
Yeah.
make you look bad, and then they're gonna call you in for an interview, and then they're gonna accuse you of lying about things.
Right.
What country are you from?
Well, so I have dual citizenship, born in Pakistan and also Canadian citizen.
Yeah, I think it's a tough case, my friend. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right. How's everybody doing on TikTok? For those of you who don't know, even though I don't necessarily look like it, they can see me on TikTok. They just can't see me on YouTube. Jim Hacking, immigration attorney, practicing law throughout the United States. I'm doing this show tonight because tomorrow I can't do a show because we're going out to dinner, and during the day I'm speaking at Maryville University about the 11 things every international student needs to know. So I will be tied up at lunchtime. I'll try to record that for you guys, and maybe we can post it. Let's go to Rose. Hello, Rose.
Hi, Jim.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So thank you again for doing the show. I watch you like all the time. And if I don't watch you, my husband says, no Jim today. Like, seriously.
He's jelly.
Yeah. So I called a couple of weeks ago about my spouse traveling domestically in the US, but he ended up not traveling.
Okay.
We filed our I-485, I-131, and I-765 on August 13 under an EB-1. I'm the principal applicant, and my husband and child are listed as dependents. We did our biometrics appointment in early September. You mentioned previously that the USCIS online updates in the account aren't always reliable, but a couple of days ago, all three of us got an update saying case approved with the following note saying notice type approval notice. We have mailed you an official notice. This is a courtesy copy, not the official notice. So we were just wondering, like, is this a real approval, or is this like the fake update that like we really shouldn't rely on
If
in our
if it says approved, it's probably approved.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
Usually timelines and things that aren't right.
Oh, okay. Because we were just a bit iffy because we didn't have an interview. It just got approved. So I wasn't sure if that was like the skip interview thing that you said. Like, was it?
I'd be surprised, but maybe.
Okay. And then we also applied for the EADs, but we did not get those. Like, it still says like it's in process, but it says the I-485 is approved. So I don't know how like that would affect each other.
I would say that many people are getting their green cards without ever getting their work cards. Okay.
Okay, cool. And then last question is that I would like my parents to visit me in the US. They both previously had tourist visas. They visited and then they left on time, but their visas expired during COVID and they haven't renewed it since. Would it be like a straightforward renewal, or is it harder like now that I'm a permanent resident here, or how does that affect that?
I would say that maybe 20% of the time, the fact that the adult child has obtained immigration status that demonstrates immigrant intent, that 20 or 30% of the time, it hurts the parent's ability to get a visit visa. So not always, but sometimes it happens.
Oh, okay.
So certainly apply. And, you know, like you said, like, and of course, with any visit visa, the real test is, are they going to come back home? So you got to prove that up.
Okay. Well, I have a younger sister that's still in the home country and she's still studying, so they can't leave her, you know, in that country.
Awesome.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much, Jim.
Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye. People on TikTok are asking how to get on the show. So you have to go into YouTube, look for the Immigration Answer Show. This is episode 930. And then I keep posting the link every now and then in there, and I'll do it now so that people can get in the waiting room and ask me a question. Aristocrat, hello.
Hello, Jim.
Hi.
Hi. First of all, thank you for all you do. I
Sure.
really appreciate that.
No
I
problem.
just got a question, sir. I'll be attending my interview, I think, in the next 1 week. And I just want to know how to professionally put this. So while I was filling the application, they asked if you've ever violated your visa. And yeah, I put that I overstayed. And yeah, and that actually I submitted that. Then I realized that, oh, I was supposed to also put that I worked without authorization.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, how do I professionally say it? Do I just tell the officer, hey, I want to add something up? I work without. How do I say that makes it sound like okay?
So I have a video on the YouTube channel that you can look up. There's this funny word. It's called errata, ERRATA sheet. If you Google that or look through that on my YouTube channel, errata sheet, it'll tell you what you need to do. So basically what you do is you type out the question, and I think you might have to change the answer on, if you overstayed your visa, then I think you have to answer yes to that. And I think you also have to answer yes to, have you ever violated the terms of your non-immigrant visa because you didn't leave on time? So I think you have to type out the questions that you want to correct. You retype the question, you put the section number, the question number, then you type out the question itself, and then you change the answer. And you do that for each question you want to change the answer to. And then when the officer says, I'm going to swear you in, please stay standing, give me your work card or your driver's license or your passport, whatever, you also give them that sheet of paper and say, this is my errata sheet. I made a couple of mistakes. I just want to make sure that before we get started, you know that I've made these corrections. And they'll be glad.
Okay, okay. So I should put errata, okay. And should I Google that? I'm just gonna
go on my YouTube channel. So I made a video exactly about this because people always ask me. So look for that on my YouTube channel.
Okay, sir. I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Good luck with your interview. Let us know how it goes.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
You got it. Look who's here. Dammy's here. Our favorite Haitian Canadian. How about that? John, hello. John, you're on mute.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, awesome. Hey, Jim. Hey, so my wife and I, my wife is the green card holder, and we applied for or submitted her application, the N400 application, about 2 weeks ago on the 28th.
Awesome.
And this weekend, we actually pulled her application, going over it, starting to get her study plan together and start preparing for the interview whenever she gets it. And we noticed we made an error on the 400 with a travel date. So I guess my question is how big of a deal is that? Is it fixable? And I'll tell you what I did. So when we filled the application out, the trip that we went out of the country on was for a cruise. So it was for 7 days. It was from September 7th until September 14th, but I mistaken of 24. But on the return date, we mistakenly put the year as 2025, just a typo. So that would put her out of eligibility, making it over a year that she was out of the country. When we filed the application, it did ask us to provide an explanation on her overseas travels, which I thought was a little odd, but we just didn't catch it. So we did write a letter of explanation and submitted it with our evidence on the application to let them know that she's never been out of the country more than 7 days at one time. She had 3 overseas trips, and they were all 7 days. And we listed out in the letter of explanation the travel dates again. And they were correct in the explanation, but not on the application itself. So, it was a stupid mistake, but I just want to know how costly that's going to be.
Okay, so just like the prior caller, I just put the link to my video on the errata sheet. So you need to do an errata sheet to fix that answer. It's not a big deal at all.
Okay.
And generally, dates being wrong on there aren't a big deal, but the fact that this particular mistake made it seem like she's been gone too long is something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but generally, I don't think it's a big deal at all. Totally fixable. And in fact, the purpose of the N400 interview is to make sure that you can make any corrections or changes you make. They make changes on the N400 all the time while you're there, and then at the end, they'll just have her look at the iPad and they'll show the changes that she made, and is this her most recent trip abroad?
It's the last time she was out of the country. Yes.
So then they'll actually know that on their own. They'll probably bring up the fact that you made that typo, and they'll probably already know the answer to that.
Okay. I just, I was concerned that they might, with it being over a year, showing that she was out of the country over a year, that they might actually deny the application. So without giving us an opportunity to fix it.
That wouldn't be fair. No, they won't do that. They do lots of bad things, but they won't do that.
Okay. Awesome. I appreciate it, Jim.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right. Hey, guess what? Tell me if you guys ever heard this sound before. Hold on a second. I found this when I was looking for the video. This is back the old green screen days. Listen to this. Oh my God, this is old. This is 5 years ago. Oh my gosh, that's when I was still doing green screens. Does anybody recognize that sound? That's how I used to start all my videos. I like that little guitar riff. I got that from my friend Tom Foster when I did my first 10 YouTube videos of all time. All right, I got Ablaw Farms and then File. Hello, Ablaw Farms.
Yeah, hi Jim.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I want to appreciate you for what you are doing for all of us. Thank you
Sure,
so much.
sure.
Yeah, I have like 3 questions for you, Jim, please.
Okay.
I came to the US in 2022 on F1. Then, number one, since then, I had an issue with my ex-wife. So we're working on a divorce, and eventually we're fully divorced May 2025.
This is a spouse back home or a spouse in the United States?
No, back home.
Okay.
So, but when I came as a student, with a couple of students that were together, that they said, because we're here, I'm here alone. So I've been filing single. That's number one.
You've been what?
So then I've been filing my tax filing. I've been
Okay.
writing single since I'm here alone.
Okay.
I've been filing single on it. So then in 2023, I met a friend, an American citizen. So we're friends since then. Then when I was looking for accommodation in 2024, I was working on campus, and then the owner of the house said that what I was earning on campus is not enough for me to sign the lease. So my American girlfriend assisted me to get the house. So her name was on it. My name is also on it. Then after my home divorce, myself and American girlfriend were planning to get married in January. So then we went for a friend's wedding. Then we're talking went for one of our friends' wedding. Then we're talking about what we want to do, blah blah blah. Then she now said that I was filing single. Then my girlfriend's name is also on my list. That if we get married and then we decided to file, the immigration will bring up those things that I have an ulterior motive, that our love is not real. So I'm worried about that. That's why I'm calling to ask for your opinion.
Well, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
And when did you first come to the United States?
2022.
And when did the divorce get finalized? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
When did the divorce get finalized?
May 2025.
May of 2025?
Yes.
And now you're going to marry a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Are you still in valid F1 status?
Yes.
How long? Okay, so the thing you said that I'm not so worried about the taxes, the single part. I'm not worried about that so much. I'm more worried about this lease. Did you buy a house
Okay.
or rent?
No. I used to live on campus before. Then when I moved out of campus, I rent an apartment by myself. Then when we're filling the lease, they said because of the place I rented, I said
Yeah, but when I
my
understand, I
okay,
understand. When was that?
2024.
So in other words, while you were still married to the lady back in Nigeria.
Yes, but we're not living together. She's not living with. She has a house. So it is two people. One of my friends signed for me. She also signed because I was earning less than $20. And they said my salary is not enough. My school stipend is not enough to sign the lease.
Wait,
So I get
so
one of my
but
friends.
does
Okay.
does the landlord think that your friend who's the woman who signed the lease, do they think she's a tenant or she's like a co-signer or what is she?
So there are two people. There's one because what the one is a co-signer. Then she like someone who is living in the house. But we're not living together. On record, she has a house. She has everything. The
No
other
one's
guy too is not living with me.
no one's gonna believe that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, first of all, do you watch the show very often?
Huh?
We talk. Do you watch my show very often? We talk about Nigerian divorces on the show at least once a week. So they
No,
think that every
I watch your show once a while.
they think everybody who comes to the United States from Nigeria, every man who comes to the United States from Nigeria and gets divorced, they think the divorce is fake. And then they think they're just
Oh,
desperate to marry a US citizen. And here you have signed a lease for a woman to live with you who's not your wife while you're married to a woman back in Nigeria. And now you want that US citizen to sponsor you for a green card. And they're going to say, when did you start living together? Let me see your leases for the last couple of years. And you're going to give them a lease that says you were living together at the time that you were married to the lady back in Nigeria, and they don't even believe that divorce anyway. They think you have one wife in Nigeria, and they think you have one wife in America.
but okay. I'm just saying this to you. There are two people. There are three names on my list. So one person signed as a
Brother,
guarantor because I can't.
brother, you're making it sound like the fact that there's a third person on the lease. You're making it sound like that's a good thing. That's even worse. It's even worse.
Oh.
And
But I'm just telling you what I have.
I appreciate that, but I'm pretending I'm
Uh,
USCIS, and I'm telling you why they're.
Okay.
I'm just telling you why they're going to come at you with knives out because I've seen this movie before.
Oh. But really, well, okay. But what I have, if they check what I have from home is real, and here too, I'm not. The other person is working. She has a house. She has everything. But it's just because I need people to sign for me. That was why both of them come on board. So what can I do from here? Because I'm confused too.
And I forgot your answer to this question. You're still on F1?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put this to the side for now. What was
Okay.
your plan before you called me? The plan was for you and she to get married.
No, the plan is that we've been. Yeah, that's the plan.
Why did you hesitate when I asked you that?
No, I didn't hesitate. You said why do I call you? I wanted to say why I call you is to seek your opinion about those things I bring up,
I
like
just want
the taxes.
No, I didn't say why
Then
you
when you now said
I
you
wasn't
said
saying why I didn't say why you called me. What I wanted to know is if you had what's your plan with this person? Like, do you love this person?
sure.
Well, are you saying that because you think that's what I want to hear, or do you actually love this
No,
person?
no. It's even if you are not there, that's it's so unfortunate that some people who came from where I came from, things like this has happened, right? So
Put,
I
put
know that
put Nigeria to the side. I don't care about Nigeria for this.
because you said it too that that it's maybe like 2 times a week you talk about it, but
Yeah.
things happens.
Okay, but that's true. I mean, USCIS sees a lot of problems with marriage fraud from Nigeria. They just do.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
but I asked, do you love this person? And you said, sure, which is
sure.
doesn't instill confidence.
You said what?
It doesn't instill confidence when you say sure. Like, are you getting married to get an immigration benefit? She's trying to help you out because she's your friend, or are you getting married
No,
because
no, she's not. It's not because of that. You know, the real part, I come as a student. You know, I was working on making H1B, do all those ones. Then along the line, we both of us fall in love. So I come as a student, and you know, there's a path for me. I can do NIW, I can do H1B, being a student. Well, you know, when both of us fall in love and we think things can work that way too, then we decided that okay, we can go through that route. I can go through that route.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Is she tough?
You said what?
Is she tough?
Tough. Like what do you mean by tough?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly what I mean by tough, okay? You and she apply for a green card, right?
Okay.
And you well, let me ask you this. When you get married, are you going to move in with her to her house, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, so when so two things we're talking about now because okay, let me say this again. You know, if we get married, yes, I'll move to our house because I'll leave the lease.
Did you say if we get married?
Yes.
But why are we having this conversation if you're not getting married? Isn't that the whole point of this
No,
conversation?
you said if you okay, maybe my use of word and the way you want me to answer it.
Well,
So
I'm just
after
telling
we get married, huh?
brother, you're obviously very smart. You came to the United States from Nigeria and you're talking about getting a national interest waiver. That means you're doing something that's really spectacular and that you're very, very smart, right? I get that.
No, you said no. Can I say something? No, you said that. Why am I marrying her? Is it because of the marriage? Then I said, as a student, if I want to become an American citizen, I can make a national interest waiver. I can do H1B, right? But
Right.
along the line, that's what I mean.
But I'm taking it to the side now. I know
Okay.
you weren't bragging or anything. I'm just saying I know that you are a smart person. I'm setting you up for what I want to say next. Okay. I understand that you're a very smart person. You're probably like an engineer or something, you know, intellectually high level. If you're talking about national interest waiver, if you answer
Okay.
questions, all these questions that I'm asking you, these are the questions they're going to ask you at your interview. And if you talk to
Really?
me, yeah, bro. Everything that I've said
Oh,
is everything I'm saying to you are things that I've heard in immigration interviews many, many times.
oh.
So I'm going easy on you. If you think I'm being hard on you, I'm going easy on you. And when I ask, is your wife, is your fiance or girlfriend, is she tough? This is what I mean.
Okay.
If you guys go ahead and get married and you apply for a green card, and things are sort of shaky about this lease that you had or your taxes or anything else with the relationship. What I want to know is if the shit hits the fan and they separate you during your interview and they give you what's called a Stokes interview. Have you ever heard of that? You know what a Stokes interview is?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, when you talked about it, you said I heard when somebody else was talking about it that they will ask they will put both of them in different places and start asking questions.
Yeah, and people think about Stokes interview that the bad thing are the gotcha questions, and the gotcha questions are bad. Like, draw me a picture of the layout of your apartment, or you know, what was the last time? Tell me the last time he said that I love you, or you know, what did you guys have for dinner on Sunday? Like that kind of shit, right? People think that's the bad part of the Stokes. Not anymore. The bad thing about a Stokes now is that they kick you out of the room, they have you sitting in the waiting room, and then they try to scare the shit out of the U.S. citizen. Did you know that he was still married back in Nigeria when you guys were married? Did you know that when you signed that lease with him to stay in that apartment with that co-signer, did you know that he was still married to this woman back in Nigeria? You know, we think he's still married to her. We think this divorce decree that we've gotten is fake. And then she goes, oh shit, he's got a fake divorce decree. He doesn't love me. And then they say, that's right. He's just marrying you to get a green card, just like all these fucking Nigerians. And that's what they say. and then they say you should withdraw this case. Sign right here. Sign right here. Because he's lying to you. He's just using you to get a green card. He just used you to get on the lease. He's just using you for your money. Right?
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yes, dude. That's what happens. And that's why I asked, is she tough? And that's why you should bring a lawyer to your interview, because they don't try that shit if there's a lawyer there.
So you mean? Oh, I was. It's Jim. I'm really happy that you talked to me. I was thinking that tax thing is even the number one problem. That I didn't know that's even least of the problem.
Yeah, you thought it was the taxes.
Yeah, because they said that's to the government because when we came, almost all of us that were in my school that were here alone without families, right? So we're single. I was thinking that's the main issue I have.
So,
It
brother,
was even in a party. It was in a party that we're talking that it came up that this is what we're doing. This we went to the party together and we're talking to a friend.
So you need to start watching this show. Your fiance needs to start watching this show. You need to start looking at my old marriage videos. Look at. There are 2 sets of green card interviews where my wife is the officer. She's acting like she's the officer, and she's really, really mean. That might not happen at your interview. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope none of what I'm saying is happening. But you sure as hell have to prepare for it.
Okay. But really,
Okay?
Jim, I need to set the record straight. Myself and my girlfriend that were getting married is true love, and we've demonstrated that severally, and we should surely continue to demonstrate that. It's so unfortunate that things happens, and people can form opinion about something, but this is totally different, and we'll
Well,
surely prove it.
also, you just said that you're getting married because you're in love. That's much better
Yeah.
than saying sure when somebody asks you if you love them.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
So I believe that you can get a green card based on marriage. I believe that all of this is overcomable. But I also think you need to get much better at what we're talking about here. And you do that by watching this show or going back to listen to old shows or just going through my playlist on marriage cases.
Okay, then if I want to follow up with you, how can I get that done?
For sure. Just email and say, I'm Ablaw Farms. I was on the show with Jim for about 20 minutes on Sunday night, and then we'll follow up with you tomorrow. Info at hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Thank you. Then on a final note, Jim, on behalf of myself and tons of people that are watching, we really appreciate you.
Oh, love
Thank
it.
you.
I enjoyed the call very much. Thanks for calling. That was a good call.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
a lot of
bye.
people are still in that old mindset of, oh, they're here to help me. Oh, they're not after me. Oh, I'm a good person. Oh, I could get a green card through NIW. That's all true, but you also have to be ready, because the greatest tragedy is when there's an approvable case that doesn't get approved because the person doesn't know how the system works.
Yeah. Thank you.
Peace. That was a good call. That was a good one. You guys see the difference? You see what I'm talking about? I don't even have the comments on over here. Yeah, take that as practice, because USCIS is tough. That's exactly right. That's right. All right. Let's go to File. Hello.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, so it's not my first time to watch your show, but I used to watch your show, and my case it's pretty much, I mean, now it's complicated for me, and I'm even afraid now because I came here it F1 as a F1. So honestly, I didn't even have it in my mind that I will find someone here. So I just came to school, and I'm still doing my master degree. So that was like in Thanksgiving. I traveled to see my friends, and I met someone there. So we start talking. Everything goes very, very good. We're still in touch. We have any issue, and we prepare everything. We get married. Everything is clean. They are parents. We have all the proof. I can say that 9 to 10. Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
So the thing is what, and when I start thinking about filing my I-130, and as I never ever see my DS6 DS, how do you call it again,
DS160.
DS160. So I tried to talk to the guy who helped me back in country. Yeah. And he told me, I asked him, did you, unfortunately I didn't get that question in my interview, if you were married. He told me that he put yes. So I was really down.
Does he have a copy? Does he have a copy of that, or he just does that to everybody?
Did you what?
Did he go and look at your DS160, or does he just do that for everybody?
No.
Say, oh yeah, they're married.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of agents. He helped so many people to get a visa.
Help so many people, right?
Yeah, this is the way he's used do stuff. So I was very comfortable when I was in my interview, but I wish if I could get that question. So that I'm really stuck. I don't know what can I do.
What country is this?
Yeah, Republic of Democratic of Congo.
Okay, so first of all, you need to try to get a copy of the DS160 to make 100% sure, right?
Yeah, I asked him. He said yes. I put Mary.
Yeah, I know.
I told you, why would you do that? Because I've never ever. I don't know how it works. I just get for my first time Mary in the US.
So here's the problem. So let's say I want to say to you, there's two ways they can screw you with this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first way that they can screw you is they can say, hey, you told us that you were married when we gave you the student visa to come to the, was it student visa or visit visa? Student visa.
Student visa, yeah.
Student visa to come to the United States. If we knew that you were single, we probably wouldn't have given you that student visa to come to the United States because we would have thought you're not going to come back to the Congo, right?
Yep.
So because you made a misrepresentation when you filled out your DS-160 or when you had that agency do it for you in the DRC, then you need a waiver. So you have to show that your U.S. citizen spouse is going to suffer exceptional hardship, so more hardship than regular people whose spouses don't get to stay in the United States. So you're going to have to prove why they can't go live in DRC, that they have health issues, mental health issues, financial issues, something other than it's just hard to be separated from my spouse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's I hate to say it, that's actually the lesser evil way they can screw you. The worst one is they say, oh, well, we know now that you say that you weren't married. And sometimes you have to understand, sometimes these form fillers, these embassy helpers, they actually list a fake person. Like they'll say he was married to Mary Jones back in DRC. And then they want you to get them a divorce decree from Mary Jones. And you say, there is no Mary Jones. That was all just made up. And then they're like, well, we don't believe you. And we're only going to let you proceed if you divorce Mary Jones. So to me, that's why it's so important for you to get a copy of the DS-160. You can either get it from the shitbird that helped you, or you can get it through a FOIA from the Department of State. Are you still in valid student status?
Yes, I'm still in school and I'm taking my class. Everything is right. So do you think that I have to go back? Oh,
no,
I don't need to.
No, I think you can do what's called a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act request from the State Department and ask them for a copy of the DS-160, or you can ask that to get it for you, or you can look in your email and see if it's in there from way back when.
Okay.
You need it because I think there's a big difference between if they say you're married versus if they said you're married to Mary Jones. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good luck.
So if I want to hire you,
email say I was on the show. I called myself File. I was on at the 110 mark on Sunday night. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Yeah, we can help you with this. We handle cases like this all the time.
Yeah. So my last question would be: do you think it's a good time to try to do that? I have to wait.
Oh, I just want to get the State Department file, and then I would file. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'm scared. So
Yeah. Thanks for the call.
thank you, Jim. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye-bye. All right. All right. Let's go to Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice. Thanks for asking. What did I do? We had friends over for dinner last night. That was fun. We did a Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, Nurse Laura had posted on her Facebook page that they did Thanksgiving. So we were having these friends over, and we're very grateful for their friendship. So we made a Thanksgiving dinner. That was fun. And then I just went to softball today and watched my daughter. How about you? Did you do anything fun?
Yeah. Thank you. It sounds good. What did you do today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watching the show for a long time. Thank you for all you did. Thank you for your team, and we are appreciate what you did.
Sure.
Okay, so I tried to apply for my son. He just coming from overseas, and he go through the immigrant visa, and now he have the green card, and he turned 18 now. So I tried to apply for a like passport for him. I called the State Department about what is required, what is the paper. He say send the green card because he's 18. Send the proof of U.S. citizen for me because I'm U.S. citizen. So did you think I should be send a cover letter? Because I hear someone is talking to you about someone is filed, he's 18 years old and he reject him passport.
Yeah.
But
the other day. Yeah.
yeah, but my son is have a different situation because he go through the counseling and he coming with the immigrant and he under this act, like ACC Act, when you is coming here to be he's automatic U.S. citizen.
I think it depends on how long you've lived in the United States.
Oh, I live for 8 years.
Yeah, he's probably a citizen. But yeah, definitely put in a cover letter. I would even look up what the elements are of his citizenship. Like you have to prove to the State Department, especially what country is he from? Egypt?
Jordan.
Jordan, yeah. So you need to prove that he's a U.S. citizen. You need to walk them through the elements, and you need to show like Exhibit A, here's his immigrant visa. Exhibit B, here's his green card. Exhibit C, here's my naturalization certificate. Exhibit D, this is how long I lived in the United States. So you need to work up what the rules are, and then you need to do a cover letter.
So what should I put it in the cover letter? Like this is my question. Like I'm just thinking to what I have to write or what I have to say.
You need to research and figure out what are the elements for him to be a U.S. citizen. Like
the element he's under Act AS or 2000 Act, and
the Child Citizenship Act, right? But
yes.
you need to prove to them that so there's like 4 elements. You need to prove to them all those elements.
Okay, so I would send them to the visa, immigrant visa, and the green card. And the lady she
I don't know what the elements are off the top of my head. You need to look them up, and then you need to show. Yeah. Also, that's just the State Department. You should also do an N-600 for him.
So how much you charge for 3?
For 3 people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't help with passports, so we don't mess around with passports. If you want to do N-600s, we could do N-600s for them.
Yeah, 600. I'm talking about 600.
I don't know. I'd probably give you a discount if there's 3 of them.
Okay.
Just send me
because I like you and I want to hire you, really.
Yeah, send me an email. Say, this is Bob. I got the N-600s with 3 kids.
Yeah, I want to be ready because, the fees is like 1,350.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know.
That is too much. And
Thanks,
you tell me, hold on.
Yep, send me an email, okay?
Okay, thank you. You have a good night.
You too, thank you. All right. Let's go to Fuad. Hello, Fuad.
Yes, Jim, how are you?
I'm good, Fuad. How are you?
I'm fine. How's everything?
Good, alhamdulillah. How about you?
Yeah, interestingly, I've been watching you before I even came to United States. So I used to follow up on cases when my dad was petitioning for my mother.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I ended up coming here as a student. The question of concern that I have for you today is my dad is trying to bring my sister. Um, she did the interview, she had the DNA, medicals, and everything filed up, but unfortunately, they put my sister to what is called AP,
What country is she from?
Kenya.
Kenya. Okay. So why is she an
Yeah,
AP?
I don't know what's happening. She did the interview, they put her in AP, and it's almost 6 months now. So we're trying to see what we can do to help her case move forward because she
When did
has all the documents, she has everything.
when did the I-130 itself get approved?
That was like an year ago, 1 year ago.
So the State Department's had the case for a year. When did Dad file the I-130?
It was like 2 years ago.
So are you sure it's only been a year since the I-130 got approved? Are you sure?
I can, yes, I think, yes. Oh, I mean, I can still find out, but that's what I'm thinking.
Seems very fast
Uh,
to me, especially Kenya.
yeah,
Kenya's it usually takes 2 years to get an interview in Kenya.
yeah, I can find the exact date, but the I-130 was approved. They called her for an interview. She did the medicals. She had the DNA. She even did the DNA before the interview. So, I mean, they asked questions, they took all the paperwork and everything, and they told her that they're gonna follow up on the case and they will call her if they need anything else. So
How
she's
old is
just being stuck there for 6 months now.
how old is she?
She's 21 years old right now.
Yeah, so if not now, soon I would sue them because she's had the interview, it's stuck for some reason. You're probably not going to be able to figure out how it's stuck or why it's stuck. So it might take a lawsuit to free it up. But if you don't sue, it might be a little too early to sue. I might give them another 2 months. But it depends. If I'm right that it's been more than a year since the State Department's had the case, like closer to 18 months and 6 months since the interview, I would sue on that. Otherwise, it might be a little too early. If your timeline is right, then I think you're a little too early. I might give them another 60 days and then call me back.
Okay, so what's the process to sue the embassy? Like,
Oh, that's my favorite
what?
thing. So yeah. So okay. So let's say Fuad, what's your sister's name?
Ayan,
What is it?
Ayan,
Yeah.
Ayan.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say her file is on Officer Joe's desk, and Officer Joe has 300 files sitting on his desk, and he hasn't thought about Iam in a long time, right? For the last 6 months, he hasn't been thinking about her case at all. So right now, no one's paying attention to her case, right?
Okay.
Where does your dad live?
Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska.
So I would file a lawsuit in Omaha, Nebraska, and I would ask a federal judge who doesn't work for Donald Trump to issue an order compelling the State Department to finish up her case. So the government can approve a visa, they can deny a visa, but they can't sit on a visa forever without a final decision. And administrative processing is not a final decision. So we would sue them and we would say, hey, Yam's dad, Fuad's dad, he's been waiting for 2 years to get his daughter here. They interviewed her 6 months ago. They're just sitting on this case. And then I mail a copy of that lawsuit to the State Department, and they get it in Washington, D.C. And they get it. We sue the embassy and we sue the State Department. And then they go, okay, who's got Yam's case? Oh, that's Joe. Hey, Joe, what's going on with this case? He goes, I don't know. I don't remember that case. Let me go get it. So he goes down the hall, he gets it out of the file cabinet, and he looks at it, and he's like, oh, yeah, this is that case. I don't remember why it's stuck, but I stuck it. Or they're just trying to slow down immigration for people from Kenya or whatever it is. Whatever the reason is, then they tell us what the problem is. If there's like something new she has to do, or a lot of times they just approve the case. So it's like a lawsuit sounds scary, like you and me and your dad are going to go into federal court in Omaha, Nebraska. We're not going to do that. It's all just done in the mail, and it's a way to get their attention and to get them working on the case again, because right now they're not. And you might be thinking, oh, well, I bet they get really mad when you sue them. But I've sued them 2,000 times. I've done this kind of thing either against USCIS or the State Department over 2,000 times, and they don't get mad. It's just a way to get them to finish the case.
Wow. So is this something that we can hire you to help us out?
Fuad, it's my favorite thing to do. It's literally our favorite thing to do. Yeah. So
yeah, because it seems complicated. I mean, it's not something that I can do on my own, you know.
No, you can't. So do me a favor. Email me the I-130 approval notice from USCIS, anything from the National Visa Center with her case number on it, and then she should have gotten a piece of paper when she got put in administrative processing. Send me those things, or at least the interview notice, and then I can look at it, and then I can tell you about suing them. Your dad would sue them.
Okay, so how can I? Do you have an
right
email to send those documents?
Right there at the bottom, info@hacking. That's me, hackingimmigrationlaw.com. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Thanks for helping out.
Thanks, brother. All right. That'll do it for tonight's show. Thanks, everybody. Laura, I don't know if you heard, but I had Thanksgiving dinner last night. Thanks to you. We made Thanksgiving and do you guys know you can't really buy turkeys in October? At least at our local grocery store. I think Whole Foods probably has it, but we did find a turkey at Honey Baked Turkey. So there you go. I hope you guys all have a great night. Like I said, no show tomorrow. Next show will be on the 21st. Is this today's the 19th? Yeah, the 21st. We'll do a show at 3 or 3:30 on Tuesday. So no show tomorrow because I'm speaking. I might stream the show, the speech, but I'll probably just record it. And I hope you guys all have a great night. And big ups to all the Yardies, especially Phoenix and Ryan and Donna. Something else I was going to tell you. Don't forget, starting November 1st, no more texts. No more texts. It's costing us like $2,000 a month on text. So we're just going to switch over to email. We'll set up a landing page this week where you can sign up to get emails whenever we go live. Easiest thing to do, and I think the thing most people do, is just subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the alerts. And when we go live, you get an alert. Don't forget Immigrant Home Facebook group. We got 15,000 people in there. And then make sure to follow us on TikTok. I made a TikTok in the rain yesterday at Immigration Hacking. Have a good night, Soledad and everybody else. AP, have a great night. Thanks, everybody. Bye, guys. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.